What is up, YouTube, and welcome to Behind the Wall. I am Junior Nation 5788, also known as Pro Bowl 43, also known as Middleburg One, and I'm here with my esteemed co-counsel, as always, Thermite 917 and Kane Junior 88, and we're going to discuss the Texas race weekend, the Cup, Xfinity. Well, there's just really not a whole lot to say, but we're going to do it anyways. So, we'll cover the race, hand out some awards like we always do, show the paint schemes of the week montage. And obviously, we'll talk fantasy, review race ratings. We'll do that at the end of the Texas discussion. And we might even have a special segment planned, before the end of it. So let's get right into it, man. Texas. Uh, as I've already mentioned, it wasn't a thrilling event. Not that enthralling, that's for sure. We knew kind of going in that it was likely not going to top Martinsville, considering it was a repaved track, and we kind of saw early on in the weekend that it was pretty much going to be a one groove racetrack. So, what did you guys think?
I thought it was, good as far as repaves go. Um, I was hoping for more. I mean, it got kind of boring at times, a little strung out. Clean air was king as we usually see. Some green flag runs. I mean, Texas doesn't have many cautions anyway, but I thought with the repave they would have been sliding around a lot more. But I guess that they got that all out of the way in practice. But Xfinity was pretty fun. Seemed like they were racing a little harder, but as far as Cup goes, I mean, it was nice to see the groove widen out. I didn't expect that. It was a race. I mean, not much you can say about it.
I'm speechless. I mean, I don't know what to say really. It was a really exciting race. It had its moments, like obviously the start of the race with the crash with Jeffrey Earnhardt and Reed Sorensen and Greg Alding, and obviously the pit road incident with Chris Buescher. But otherwise it was a pretty uneventful race, and yeah, I mean obviously the one groove really didn't help. Not to mention clean air is king, and obviously Jimmy Johnson won again, so obviously wasn't that exciting to begin with, so or to end with.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, sure, Jimmy won, and that was his seventh win at Texas, first win of the year. He had kind of a slow start, so I mean, I don't know. I'm not a Jimmy Johnson fan. I never have been. But I guess I didn't really mind this win as much. For some reason, like Jimmy's last couple wins at Texas, like I just haven't minded. I don't know why. My point is, though, this race was a little bit, there was a little more variety to it. Like it wasn't really dominated. Sure, Ryan Blaney led a lot of laps, which that in itself was really nice to see. And it's a shame he, didn't really get to finish it off after winning the first two stages. But Harvick was up there, led laps. Truex led laps. Obviously, Jimmy Johnson got by Joey Logano at the end. Joey Logano was on some weird strategy. He even led some laps as well. So, I mean, that was a good part of the race. Even if there wasn't necessarily a lot of action and passing and this and that. Restarts were also kind of crazy, and it's by the end of the race, as the groove widened out, the restarts got a little bit better and a little more organized and less of like a freight train, because the outside line was getting freight trained a lot earlier in the race. But people, could make it work from time to time. So uh, I think that's the best parts really to take away from the race.
Yeah, I mean, going back to the variety, I mean, it was pretty surprising seeing Blaney lead all those laps. He led 148 of them, and he only had led 33 laps in 60 career races until today. And Kane, you were talking about how that's the first Wood Brothers driver to lead 100 laps in a race since 1982 at Rockingham. So they're starting to turn things around, but I guess you got to lose a race in order to know how to win one, and that's certainly what he did today.
Yeah, and it was great for Ryan Blaney, to have a run like that. And those guys, they needed it, really. They're a good old team. They've been around, so damn long, and it's just nice to see, and everybody was happy for it. So,
But I mean, that's how it goes with three paves. I mean, even Michael McDowell was in the top 15 for a lot of it, and he qualified what, like 12th or something. Um, but
There was
you're
actually
just
one
gonna,
point in the race where he was running in the top 10.
yeah.
yeah,
I mean, and
he
So,
had
Chris
pretty
Buescher was
nice.
up there for a while, and you're just gonna see all different drivers come to the front and repaves, I guess, until they start getting a handle of it and catching up to them. I'm pretty bummed that at least at the end that Larson couldn't get to Jimmy. Joey was really holding him up, and I was, just hoping, Larson could get right up there, maybe move him out of the way like some other drivers did throughout the race. But, by the time Larson got around him, Jimmy was already gone. But another second for Kyle Larson. Oh my God.
Yeah, dude, he's been on a hell of a roll to start this season, and just speaking in terms of like him trying to get around Joey Logano, I mean that was the big talking point of the whole clean air. I have to say it for the third time here. Clean air was clearly king, and even if you were faster, it was just tough to get around people. But once you did, then you really saw like the difference comparison as far as performance. Even if you weren't that great and didn't have the best of car, you could plant yourself up there if you did enough, on restarts and and if you were able to keep your track position, you pretty much could, unless you kind of self-destructed yourself. But yeah, not really a whole lot else to say other than that. Dale Earnhardt Jr. had a very nice run, so it was great to see for him.
Finally.
Finally got a good finish.
Yeah.
And
if you're wondering why Kane's in a good mood, it's because Junior got fifth and Joe Gibbs Racing didn't do too well.
Kane's in a good mood? This is news to me.
He may not show it, but he is.
Well, I mean, I like Matt Kenseth and I like Daniel Suarez, but, Kyle and Denny, they can screw themselves. Screw them.
So can Damani.
Yeah. And Damani. Yeah, Damani, obviously, he's going to be replacing Kane on the podcast, and Kane's pretty disappointed about that. So, yeah. Anyhow, race ratings. What do we think? Nick, give us a rating.
I forgot exactly what I gave the other tracks in terms of ratings this year, but I'm going to give Texas a 6. It was good for a repave, like I said, but I was just kind of hoping for a little more action. But Kane, what do you have?
Well, I'm going to be generous and give it a 6.5. Obviously, the racing was pretty good. There's drama. There could have been more of it. And thank God, Junior finally got a top 10 and a top 5. So that's what the 0.5 is for, I guess.
Yeah. Don't be biased, you bastard. Anyway, yeah. Unlike Kane, I'm not going to be biased. I'm going to stick to the racing itself. I'm going to give it a 5. I'll be a little bit harsher. I just don't believe it was that great of a race. And the only reason I'm really giving it a 5 is just because I'm being a little bit lenient on the fact that it was a repave. And I do agree with Nick. I think it was a solid race for it being the first race after the repave. So I'll stick with that. And but hopefully, the racing's a little bit better when they come back for chase time. So it's time to give out some awards for the Texas race weekend. I'll kick it off with 6. 6. The number of the Bubba. 6. The number of the Bubba. And that goes to Bubba Wallace for getting his 5th consecutive 6th place finish. I don't know how you do that, but that's great, man. He's the number 6. He finishes 6 5 times in a row. I really hope he makes it 6. That would be badass to me.
I really fought hard there, and I did look with about 9 to go where I was, and I got it mixed up between us and the 9, and we were 6. So unreal. Just shout out to my guys.
And if you didn't get the reference, that's from an Iron Maiden song called The Number of the Beast. So for kids, you youngins, look it up or get Guitar Hero 3 and experience some serious nostalgia. And I'm going to go back to NASCAR now and hand it off to the next award. Alex?
All right, our next award, as always, is our Boner of the Week. And that goes to Mr. Eric Almirola, who, now I don't know if you guys caught this during the race, but Mike Joy mentioned that Almirola actually sprained his wrist while riding his kid's scooter. Man, I don't know what he was drinking or smoking or what, but...
Bacon?
Probably, yeah, bacon. He ate too much bacon, yeah. But damn, that's freaking hilarious. And the fact that you actually injured yourself doing that shit and was still able to race, it was badass, but still, really? You injured your wrist riding your kid's scooter? What were you even doing that in the first place? It's I don't know what to say, man. I just don't know what to say.
He might have
It's like a
tripped
Denny
over it.
Hamlin injury.
Yeah, he might have
Yeah.
tripped over the scooter though. But regardless, we're just gonna go with he was riding the scooter because that sounds cooler. So
Yeah.
He was riding it down a 30-foot ramp and, going over sharks.
yeah,
Our next award is #BadBreak, and that goes to none other than Ryan Blaney. I feel so bad for him. I wish, he could have finally pulled off his win, but they say you got to lose one to win one, and he dominated the race, and through not bad strategy, but he got shuffled back due to the stages. I think he might have had a bad pit stop in there at some point, and he came home 12th. But yeah, poor Blaney there. And our next award, Did You Show Up? And that goes to every driver on JGR, heck, give it to the crew members too. Such a un-Joe Gibbs-like race. I mean, Kyle Busch got 15th, Kenseth got 16th, Suarez got 19th, and Hamlin got 25th.
Ugh.
I don't know what's going on there. There's usually at least one up in the top 5, but not today, guys. So, Kane, how are they cheating today? What do you guys say about that?
Well, I mean, you have to remember they did win the Xfinity race yesterday with Eric Jones.
oh
So,
for Christ's
Well, 'cause
sake.
that's
so
the
at least
same.
I was gonna say, at least they had some kind of a victory this weekend.
Yeah, well, good job in Xfinity there. All right, Tyler, what's the next award?
All right, Nick. The next award is the Cigar Award. And that's going to go to Dale Earnhardt Jr., even though we've given him an award before for miserable mediocrity. That was a few weeks back. Today, they were not mediocre in any way. They came out banging with a real solid performance. The entire team, it's not just Dale Jr. Greg Ives made some solid strategy calls, as well as the pit crew coming away with, some good stops here and there. They finally put together a full race. So, even though it wasn't a winning one, and that's perfectly okay. You're going to have those days. But he came home 5th. That's his first top 10 of the year. And he comes home with the top 5, too. So, great day for Dale Earnhardt Jr. He gets the Cigar Award.
Our next award. First of all, let's take a look at what happened in practice on Friday.
He goes in pretty wide.
A little high, yeah. Got in there a little high, and once you get in high, there's just no grip up in that upper groove. You see all the dust and dirt flying up, and he is driving his.
Oh, what a great job keeping it out of the wall.
Kyle Busch obviously had a little incident where his car spun out in the middle of turns 1 and 2, and he did bang it into the wall just a little bit. The rear end was damaged, but they were able to fix the car. But somehow, some way, he had to get taken to the care center. Now, I don't know why he had to. It wasn't that big of a crash, but they had to take him anyway. And what does Kyle do? He shows his displeasure by getting on the hospital golf cart with the gurney on it. He lies down, he crosses his arms like he's paralyzed. Kyle, you're not Ricky Bobby. You do not have to think that you're paralyzed. But Kyle, you know what that means? For the 6,327th time, you get the crying towel. Oh, Kyle, how could you do this already? It's only April, and you've already had like 3 full-blown blow-ups. Actually, no, make that 4. Oh, Kyle, it's embarrassing that your almost 2-year-old son is more mature than you are. Oh, Kyle. Oh, I want to. Oh, will the world's most hated driver ever win again? Oh my god.
You sounded like you were taking a fucking huge shit at the end there.
That's equal to last week.
Yeah, exactly. He was busy in the shitter. We gotta get you a TV show, man. It'll be Dirty Johns with Alex Leslie. We'll take over for Mike Rowe. Alright. Now it's time for Paint Schemes of the Week. Enjoy the montage. Okay, well, we don't have a worst paint scheme for the week, which is quite frankly a shocker. We could pick on the Rick Ware Racing 51 car again, but that's just a little bit too tiresome, and we don't want to be repetitive. So we'll leave it alone for this week, and hopefully somebody comes along with a shit fest come Bristol time. However, we do have another segment, and this one's a different one. We all recently just decided to have a movie night together, and that sounds a little fruity, but we did, okay? And we watched Days of Thunder. That's right. And not just to watch it either. Nick here had never seen Days of Thunder. That's right. I just paused there for a moment.
Judge.
I paused there for a moment to let it sink in, all right? Because I still can't get over it. Even though you've watched it now, I don't understand why it took so long. But I guess we have to forgive and forget, right? Well,
Oh yeah.
Well, so we watched it, and Nick, you lost your Thunder virginity. So, give us a recap. What did you think of the movie, which is considered a NASCAR cult? It's a cult classic within the NASCAR fan base for sure.
Yeah, I guess I'm a true fan now.
You are.
But I've always wanted to watch it. I just just one of those things. I never got around to it. But it was a great movie. It really captured the essence of NASCAR, I guess you would say. It was like a more serious Talladega Nights. But
yeah,
it looked great, and it was just a good storyline, and it's just something every NASCAR fan should see. And now I finally did it, and I'm sure I'll see it many more times.
We hope so. You're probably lying, but anyways. Seriously, yeah, you definitely got to watch it many more times. Get on the quotation bandwagon. I always love to quote movies. That's one of my things I love to do. And this one certainly has a lot of them. And even though it's like kind of a drama, kind of sometimes actiony movie, it can be funny too. It's pretty damn funny. There's some like really great moments. I like just laugh my ass off when Randy Quaid comes in. It was the team owner, Tim Dale, and he comes in and he's like, "What did we end up doing? We ended up looking like a monkey fucking a football out there." And it's the funniest fucking thing. Or Harry playing the trick on Cole, getting the woman dressed up in a highway patrol uniform. He's just sitting there laughing his ass off, and it's just such a good movie. It had just a nice blend. It always makes me salty that the critics were just like, it was Top Gun on wheels. Go fuck yourself. It was a good movie. Okay, it was.
Even though it performed pretty poorly at the box office too.
Oh, who gives a rat's ass at box office? You want to know how many VHSs that damn movie sold? A shitload. I have one. I have the original VHS from 1990. So, yeah, that's how much of a relic that movie is. Kane, I'm sure you share the similar feelings as I do, but why don't you just go ahead and say it?
It's a great movie.
Everything's great.
Everything's great, yeah. But obviously it's a very quotable movie. Obviously with Randy Quaid and Harry and
Robert Duvall.
And Robert Duvall, that's right. And of course Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman. And of course our good friends Rowdy Burns and Russ Wheeler.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Stupid Russ, I hate that guy.
Yeah, really.
Russ Wheeler, he was a smart ass.
He was a smart ass. And then Rowdy Burns was just the poor guy who he was Cole's biggest rival, but then he became his best friend, and he couldn't race anymore. Which was
Said I wasn't gonna cry.
Exactly. I wasn't gonna get emotional.
Yeah.
God damn it! No, I need a crying towel.
Yeah, you need a crying towel, you big son of a bitch. Yeah. But man, it just had such a nice blend, and I really wish that Hollywood would come out like a different kind of style movie, almost like that, but a little bit different and more modernized and stuff like that. Always hope, but man, just Days of Thunder, it's just hell of a relic. Love it. and it, you know, it'll always just be one of my favorites. I've seen it so many times. It's unreal. I can't even tell you the amount of times, and it'll just be one of those things that'll be with me forever. It's just I love it. You can't say it much more.
I mean, it's not just the quotes. You got the soundtrack too. That's badass.
Oh,
also.
badass soundtrack. Thank you for bringing that up. Yes,
Yeah.
The gentleman's name is Hans Zimmer. I even have a song, the end title of Days of Thunder, with the outro and Harry and Cole running on pit road there. That's a great still. I love the ending, by the way. And yeah, Hans Zimmer is the gentleman that composed the score for that movie. Just great. Absolute badass. I mean, if that movie, I don't know if it even won any awards, but it should have won an award for like best goddamn soundtrack. Like it was that good. So yeah, really rocking music.
Yeah, it just fit with everything so nicely.
It really does. I've used it several times for my paint scheme videos. So yeah, good stuff. But yeah, we all seen Days of Thunder. And what the hell?
We've all seen Days of Thunder.
We've all seen Days of Thunder, man. It's just so great. I love saying that. And what the hell? Since we're in the good mood, give it a rating. Give it a rating, Nick.
Oh my god.
Do it.
You're gonna kill me if I say anything less than 10, though, right?
Probably. So choose wisely.
Can I do 9.9?
Okay. That's fine.
Okay.
It's acceptable. Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, hey, we don't have to overrate the movie. I think it's great. I give it a 9.5. It's just such a cult classic to me, so that's why I have to give it a 9.5.
Yeah.
You can just relate to it because you're a NASCAR fan. I mean,
Exactly.
that's why it's so good. I mean, non-NASCAR fans are probably like, "What the heck is this?"
Yeah. It's not good enough, and it's too cliche. Fuck yourself. Go get some caviar and drive home. Seriously, piss off. I don't like people that are like that. I won't be your friend anyways. So, Kane, give us a
All right.
rating.
Well, I'm gonna give it a 9.7.
Oh, go ahead. Make me
I'll
look like
average
the
it. I'll
asshole.
average the two of you out.
I guess Tyler doesn't like it that much.
Oh, shut the
Yeah.
hell up. I like it more than both of you combined.
Well, if you loved it so much, why didn't you give it a perfect 10?
Oh, because I'm not
Yeah,
a
what's
fucking
going on there?
weirdo. Alrighty, time for some fantasy. And first off, to recap from Texas, winner goes to Nick. He picked Chase Elliott, who came home with a 9th place finish. Did not win the race,
It's
but
about time.
yeah, you finally won a fantasy weekend. So congratulations on that one. Kane
Thank you.
comes home in 2nd for picking Kyle Busch. He finished 15th. Not a great effort, but at least you weren't last. Like me, I picked Kenseth. So much for that. I had won 2 weeks in a row, and I fell flat on my face today with picking Kenseth. So much for that enthusiasm. Yeah, it does suck to suck, fucking Kenseth. I'm not picking his ass for weeks, maybe months. Seriously, it's ridiculous. I would have been better off, picking Junior. And I didn't expect Junior to do better than Kenseth today, but he did. He kicked his
No,
ass.
he did.
No, but he did anyways. So that is what happened. And the points heading into Bristol, the first time we're showcasing the points, I am currently the leader with 214. Nick moves into 2nd place with 152. He is 62 behind me, so I have over a full race lead. And Alex rounds out the field with 146 points. So now let's move into Bristol picks, which is 2 weeks from now. There's an off week, so for Bristol, we actually have a new guy joining the fantasy team, and that's Damani HD. Just come right out and say it. Even though he's not going to be regularly featured on the podcast, he's still going to participate in a little fantasy with us. And so we're going to give him a little bit of leeway here. He's going to pick first, and he picks Denny Hamlin to come home with the victory. All right, so for Bristol, I'll be picking Kevin Harvick to take home the victory, and he is a defending winner there, so hopefully he breaks out and, snags his first victory of the season. I know he's been kind of right there, but not fully there. I don't think they're quite as good as they were when they're with Chevys, you know. So great job for SHR for making that switch. Anyhow, I think he does come home with a victory. So, all right, Kane, you pick next. Who are you going with?
Well, I'm going to go with Carl Edwards. Oh, wait a minute. That's right. I'm actually going to go with. I was just kidding, by the way, but I'm going to actually pick Joey Logano. He obviously he's a past winner there. He won like two back-to-back night races, and he almost won there again last year. But he's always been a really strong contender at Bristol. So Joey Logano.
All right.
I didn't know Kane was kidding.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't think he was kidding either. You know, I picked fucking Russ Wheeler to win. So
Unless Cole Trickle tries to pass him on the inside.
that is true. You know, even though he's gonna think he's going to the outside, but he really goes to the inside and he stuffs him into the wall.
Yep.
Because that's just what happens. So you never know.
Yep.
If he pulls that old switcheroo, you know, Russ might lose out. But he's been pretty good though. He's a damn good driver in that Hardy's oversized 18 car. So enough about Days of Thunder, damn it. Stick to the fantasy. Nicholas, who are you picking?
All right. Well, I am going with Rowdy Busch.
God damn.
I was kidding. Could you tell?
Yeah, I can tell.
But yeah, I mean, he has a good record at Bristol, even in Xfinity, but I don't think he'll be in that race because it's Dash for Cash. But that's a track, you know, it either suits his style or he gets taken out in it. I hope it's the first thing because I need some more points to catch up to Tyler.
Alrighty, that covers it for this episode of Behind the Wall. If you stuck around to listen to all of this and the rambling and whatnot, hopefully you stick around just a little bit longer. We got plenty of outtakes for you. So, you've been Behind the Wall, presented by Perky Jerky. Thank you for listening.
Kane, say words.
Say words!
Sure
damn
thing.
it! You know, I don't know. I don't know right now. Okay, let's move on and give out some awards for Texas, and I will kick it. No, I won't.
Yes, you will.
I will. Will I? I'm gonna
Yes.
kick it off. I'm gonna have to edit this out. God damn it!
Tyler, what do you have?
I don't have anything, man. Those guys, whatever. Screw them.
The next award.
Oh, the next award. God damn it. That's what you say. That's how you lead it in. Like, oh, next award. Oh, Tyler, why don't you present the next award? Tyler, come on
You just
down.
know these things.
Oh, fuck you. I like a nice flow, okay? I like a really beautiful, steady flow. It's like a beautiful piss. Did you? You flew right into it? Do you flow
It was
when
in
you
like
take
the
a
exact
piss?
same sentence, but you know, I was changing it right there, like mid-sentence. I mean, I don't know how you
Oh.
didn't catch that.
I just didn't catch it. I was just looking forward to the keyword, which was keyword. Jesus Christ, keyword Burton. I was looking for the keyword Burton.
All right, so Tyler, what do you have?
Well, thank you, Nick. I have. Oh shit! What's the name of the award? my screenshot got cut off, so I don't know the name of the
The
award.
Cigar Award for Dale Jr.
Oh, it's the cigar award. God damn!
All right,
How
let's do
could I
that
not
again.
remember that? I came up with the award.
Yeah.
Do it again.
Yeah, way to be a Junior fan.
Shut up, Kane. You're not a fucking junior fan.
All right, so Tyler, what is the next award?
Well, thank you, Nick, for that lovely print. God. just do it again. Son of a bitch. Do it again.
All right,
Hmm.
so Tyler, what? Oh my God.
We've lost it. We've lost the plot. Whoo. You sounded like you were taking a fucking huge shit at the end there.
The sequel to last week.
Yeah, exactly. was busy in the shitter. Oh my god.
What have we done at this podcast?
Yeah.
We are seriously we're seriously fucked up. Since I was the last place finisher, I am picking. Who the fuck did I pick? God damn it. Who did I pick?
Harvick.
Harvick. Fuck. Fucking Harvick. I swear to Christ, if he lets me down like Phoenix, I'm ripping his fucking sack off. Anyways. Nicholas, you no, you're not. Fucking
I'm
God
not.
damn it.
You're doing a great job.
I am doing such a fantastic job tonight, and I apologize. I'm not even like distracted or anything. I'm just literally fucking up.
Well, now that you mention it's a Dash for Cash race, we may just have to watch.
That laugh was so creepy. And hopefully, if you are one of the very few that stuck around to watch it, you're complete. Fucking, I'm doing it over again.
What?
I don't like the wording. I don't like the wording.
Are we done?
Damn it, Kane. We are done. He's confusing me tonight. Kane, we're kicking you off the podcast. We're getting to Monty. I'm kidding. Could you tell?